What if I told you that the very laws that govern the smallest particles in the universe are also shaping your body, your mind, and even your consciousness? Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's the shocking truth. Every living thing, including you, is powered by the strange and mind-bending rules of quantum mechanics. And once you see how deep this rabbit hole goes, you'll never look at life the same way again. Welcome to the atomic domain. Today, we are looking into the world of quantum biology. Without wasting time, let's dive into it. Before we dive into the connection between quantum mechanics and life itself, let's first break down what quantum mechanics actually is, in the simplest way possible. At its core, quantum mechanics is the branch of physics that studies the smallest building blocks of the universe, atoms and subatomic particles like electrons and photons. But here's where things get weird. These tiny particles don't behave like anything we see in everyday life. They follow rules that seem straight out of a sci-fi movie. For example, there's wave-particle duality, which means that tiny particles can act like both a wave and a solid object at the same time. Then there's superposition, which means that a particle can exist in multiple states at once until it's observed. And let's not forget quantum entanglement, where two particles can be connected across vast distances, reacting instantly to each other no matter how far apart they are. But here's the question. What does all of this have to do with life? For the longest time, quantum mechanics was thought to apply only to subatomic particles, not to living things. But scientists have made some jaw-dropping discoveries that suggest otherwise. It turns out that quantum mechanics plays a critical role in biological processes, things like how plants absorb sunlight, how birds navigate, and even how DNA mutates. And that's just the beginning. Let's break down some of the most fascinating examples of quantum mechanics inside life itself. Let's start with something fundamental to life: DNA. DNA is the blueprint of life, carrying genetic information that determines everything about an organism. But did you know that DNA mutations, one of the key drivers of evolution, might be happening because of quantum tunneling? Quantum tunneling is a phenomenon where particles pass through energy barriers that should be impossible to cross. In the case of DNA, protons, which are part of hydrogen bonds, might be quantum tunneling between molecules, altering genetic sequences in ways we never imagined. This means that the very process of evolution, the reason life on Earth has changed and adapted over billions of years, could be deeply connected to quantum mechanics. Now let's talk about something that keeps all life on Earth alive: photosynthesis. Plants convert sunlight into energy using photosynthesis. But here's the strange part. Scientists discovered that plants don't just absorb light randomly. Instead, they use a quantum trick to make sure energy transfer happens as efficiently as possible. Inside a plant cell, light energy travels through structures called chlorophyll molecules. But instead of taking a random trial-and-error path, the energy spreads out in multiple directions at the same time, choosing the fastest possible route. This process is called quantum coherence, and it means plants are using the same principle that quantum computers rely on to maximize efficiency. So, in a way, plants are natural quantum computers, optimizing energy transfer in ways classical physics cannot explain. Now here's where things get even crazier. What if your own brain is using quantum mechanics? A controversial theory, proposed by physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff, suggests that consciousness itself might be a quantum phenomenon. Their theory, called orchestrated objective reduction, ORC-OR, suggests that tiny structures inside your brain's neurons, called microtubules, might be acting as quantum processors. Unlike traditional computers, which process information step by step, quantum mechanics allows things to happen in parallel at speeds beyond imagination. If our brains are harnessing quantum effects, it could explain intuition, creativity, and even our perception of time. But the real question is, does this mean consciousness exists beyond the physical brain? If quantum mechanics plays a role in thought and self-awareness, then we might be more than just biological machines. Understanding quantum biology could revolutionize medicine, AI, and even the way we think about life itself. Scientists are now exploring ways to harness quantum effects for quantum-based drugs that could heal diseases faster and more effectively. Quantum-enhanced brain-computer interfaces that might one day allow us to upload and download thoughts, extending human life by controlling quantum effects inside cells. If quantum mechanics is truly a fundamental part of life, the possibilities are endless. So, what have we learned? Quantum mechanics isn't just some abstract theory that applies only to atoms and particles. It's happening inside your body, your brain, and every living thing on this planet. From DNA mutations to plant photosynthesis, from bird migration to human consciousness, quantum mechanics seems to be woven into the very fabric of life. And if that's true, then one thing is clear. We are quantum beings living in a quantum universe. But this raises even bigger questions. If quantum mechanics shapes life, could it also shape reality itself? Could our very thoughts influence the quantum world around us? One thing's for sure, the more we uncover about quantum biology, the more we realize life is far stranger than we ever imagined. If you found this mind-blowing, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of the universe.